back to Seniors on the Move. It's so good to see you. It's so good to be here today. You know, what's on my mind today? 4th of July. What did you do? Did you wear black? Or did you wear red, white, and blue? Well, let's talk about it because I was confused. I didn't know what to do. You're here in this COVID era, everything is changing. Everything that we have been comfortable with and grown up with over these years is being questioned now. I really never thought about why we're celebrating 4th of July, or, you know, if it was appropriate for me as African American. You know, I see myself as an American. I don't know about you, but, you know, I just see myself as American. I celebrated 4th of July because, you know, I'm American. That was Independence Day for the country that I live in. But, you know, as we think about it, somebody shared the poem with me by Frederick Douglass about 4th of July and slavery and, you know, what is that to a slave? I said, but I never thought of myself as a slave, you know. I don't know about how other people, you know, have perceived their existence in America. I'm an American. So I celebrated. And me and my friends celebrated in one of our traditional ways, you know, backyard barbecue. We've been having a barbecue at Becky's for the last 20 years. And for the past 40 years, a group of us have been partying and hanging out together. So we celebrated. We had a good time. You know, we're seniors. We're not supposed to be out. We're all under house arrest. But we can't take it no longer. We can't take it. We're going crazy. I don't know about you, but I'm going crazy. I need to get out and talk to people. I need to see people. You know, it's against our nature to be isolated. So we hung out in the backyard. We did our social isolation. We wore our masks most of the time. And we even, oh my goodness, we even shared a few hugs because we haven't seen each other in 6 months. We were used to hanging out every weekend. If we weren't playing cards, we were dancing. We were going to the ski slopes. You know, we were bowling. We were active. We were definitely on the move. I always, when I think about our generation, we had fun growing up. We had fun. We were probably the first generation of African Americans to really have some discretionary money. We were the product of the civil rights movement. We ended up getting good jobs. We were committed to having a better life for ourselves after, you know, during the 60s, 70s, and we did. We had fun. We have traveled the world. We have skied on the slopes in the Swiss Alps and in South Africa and Canada, you know, NBS, Four Seasons West. Oh my goodness, those are part of my friends that were there. We shared some of those great stories of, you know, all the fun we've had over the years, you know. Growing up here in LA, you know, we had clubs from 120th and Weston to North Hollywood, and we partied, oh my goodness. There was always some place to go. There was always something to do. Good fun. Wasn't nobody getting hurt, but we partied, you know. One of the ladies in our group was from, you know, Rolling Works and First Friday parties and gatherings, you know. Oh my goodness, those days of when we were on Fantasy Yacht Club and hanging out. It was so elegant, get all dressed up, you know, and go hang out on the yacht club and have a good time. We've enjoyed our lives, and a big part of our conversation on that day of celebration was just that we have had good lives. If we're going to die, which we all are eventually, we don't stay here forever. We want to do it having some fun. You're not sitting at home being bored and worried about the state of affairs, or if, you know, can I go out? Do I wear a mask? Do I have to do this? we sort of had it. So we've been breaking the rules. You know, we're the boomer generation. We really didn't come up with a lot of rules, you know. We were love children, hanging out on the beach. Oh my goodness, we used to be able to, you know, have bonfires on the beach and hang out all night long. And now you're telling me I can't go to the beach, you know, I can't go to church. You know, we are really feeling the pressure of having to follow all these rules. So what we've been doing is really getting together in those small groups, which has been good. That's been good, to get together with your friends, your close friends. And our little gathering on the 4th of July, in the past would have been probably 50 people. We had it down to 17, you know. We kept, you know, followed the guidelines. But just the fact that half of us were missing was sort of a sign of what's happening in the world today. Because there are those of us who are afraid to come out. They don't come out at all, you know. You don't see your grandchildren. You don't see anybody. You're stuck. But then there are the group of us, I guess we're the more adventurous ones. We're ready to, we're not going to stay in the house any longer, you know. I don't know how long they thought this was going to work, but, you know, we about to have had it with, you know, this house arrest. So we are getting out, but we're following the rules. But we've got to have some fun. We can't sit up in the house all the time. And one of the things that came up, you know, as in our gathering, there was the older set of us, those of us that had been around for a few years, lived here, partied, had a good time. And then there are those young people, those millennials, you know, the lower end of our group, who want to belabor the point about what we didn't do and how things were and what we shoulda, coulda, woulda did, you know. They weren't there. They don't understand where we were as a people back there in the 50s and 60s and how far we have come. I see this moment in time where we are now is a time when things are changing. We got you through step one and we passing the torch to you young people. We love your ideas and all that you're talking about and investing in Africa and investing in, you know, black people pooling money together. There was this idea that came, that one of the young men was talking about with the shoo-shoo. I probably said it wrong, so I'll stand corrected, but it was something like that. And it's a concept, as he's explaining it, I said, oh, yeah. That was like the airplane. Back then in the day, everybody put money in and you could put money out. You had to bring so many people in and that whole thing. And there were people that made a lot of money. But then somebody always messed up. Somebody always messed up the money. So that didn't quite work out as well as we all had anticipated. But I said, and I listened, you know. They do have a lot of ideas. I hope that they follow through. Hope they get out and vote, because I heard that conversation too. You know, I don't really like Biden. I don't really like him either. He was my last choice. But if you got to make a choice between the man that's in there now and Joe Biden's my man. And, you know, for us, we look at it, when I say us, my generation, those of us who are out there politically active, Joe is open to instruction, directions, you know. We got some strong women in Congress. We're looking at putting other young people in Congress to get those Republicans out and help Joe, you know, get in his ear. We have his ear. So we just need a new leader. Because it's not just about who's the president. It's about who's in our Congress, who we send to be our senators, who we send to be our congressmen. You know, those are the people that should be making the decisions about the life we lead, you know. I love being American. You know, when I've traveled outside of America, people have a real appreciation for Black Americans. They look at us differently than other Americans. You know, they know more about our story than many of our white Americans here in our country know. And they have always had great compassion, but I love America, but I also love being black. I love my blackness, I see it as a sort of a challenge because it's not easy being black in America. It's not easy being black anywhere, but it's a challenge for us to get the most out of who you are, where you are. Bloom where you are planted was put in my head years ago. Here we are. Wherever you live, whether it's in the neighborhood, in the ghetto, or in, Leimert Park or other higher economic areas, bloom where you're planted. Wherever you are, make the most of it. Make the most of it. So I hope these young people do all the things that Black Lives Matter has put out there, Police reform, we need that, we really do. I like what they're saying, well, let's keep it going. Don't just get out there and protest and march. Put actions behind your words. What are you going to do to really make a difference? Yeah. But here we are, COVID-19 had a major impact. Black Lives Matter, all of this is happening all at once. Got an election coming up. Got a lot of things that seniors have to be concerned about. We better get out there and vote, make a difference. Put the word out there. We have to educate our young people. When they start talking about, what Biden is not, gotta let them know what the real situation is and how he is the man we need to be in that office to make the changes that we all want and seek. I believe in the story of America. I believe in America. I believe in the myth. We gotta make it happen. America's a young country. Yeah, we got step one, now we have to take it to the next level. So everybody needs to take a stand for what's right. Now, I think it's sort of time for my senior moment.
This episode of Seniors on the Move is brought to you by our partners, whom inspire us to keep our seniors on the move. Empowerment Congress. Educate, engage, and empower. Mark Ridley Thomas, Supervisor, 2nd District, County of Los Angeles. And Willowbrook Senior Center, Sandy Hamilton.
I had to decide between, the approach that I was going to take for our little senior moment today. I decided to keep it sort of light. So I'm going to share this little story. I remember I'm a teacher, so I love reading to you. This was a little story taken from something somebody sent me on the internet. It's about learning to cuss. A 6-year-old and a 4-year-old are upstairs in the bedroom. You know what? The little 6-year-old boy says, I think it's about time we started cussing. The 4-year-old nods his head in approval. Yeah, okay. The 6-year-old continues, when we go downstairs for breakfast, I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to say something with hell in it. And you say something with ass in it. The 4-year-old agrees, all enthusiastic and all excited, and went down there to the kitchen, and mother walks into the door. When she walks into the door, the little girl says, oh, hell, Mom. I guess I'll have some Cheerios. What? He flies out of his chair, tumbles across the kitchen, and gets up. He don't even know what happened. She runs upstairs crying, her eyes out, and the mother's in hot pursuit, whipping on there behind, slapping it. She locks him in her room, and shouts, you stay in there. Wait till I let you out. Mother comes back downstairs, looks at the 4-year-old with a stern voice, and says, And what do you want for breakfast, young man? The young man says, I don't know. But you bet your fat ass it won't be Cheerios. Till the next time, peace and love.